Hey y'all. Let me get this stuff. I always forget to do this.
But it was a dare to myself.
Mm.
Angie, I dare you to go on there because if I go on there, I got to lose weight. And that was what it was.
I'm
I
trying
went
to get
on
this.
there because I wanted to challenge myself to do on my own. And that's
Okay,
the
that's right.
only
Okay.
reason I went on there.
Okay. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. What's going on tonight? Tonight we are here to talk about just some of everything. Everybody's been talking about the passing of Angie Stone, so that's what we're gonna talk about. Thank you for joining. Please hit the like button. Please get the likes up, and let's roll. Let's roll. So we're gonna talk about everybody celebrating Angie Stone. Mourning her death, but talking about her impact on music, her legacy. It's just a lot of weird things that surrounding her death. Hey, Eric E, welcome to the chat. Can you get? Oh, I think you already gave me a like. I appreciate that. Thank you. Good to see you here tonight. Sunday night before everybody got to get up and hit it tomorrow, right? Um, Everybody's been talking about Angie Stone, and a lot of people are saying that they're thinking it was a sacrifice. I mean, we had Irv Gotti, we had Roberta Flack, and now Angie Stone. I mean, and it's just crazy because it kind of happened like Whitney Houston around Grammy time and the Oscars. All of these, it's just crazy. It's weird timing, but a lot of people think that the industry had something to do with it, and the fact that she had recently been exposing them. And you guys remember also Uncle Ron, the one who came out and was talking about Beyonce and Jay-Z. He's unalived as well. I mean, he ended up you know out of here. So it's just crazy. A lot of people are speculating that it's some weird stuff going on, but we're going to talk about that too, but we're also going to just go back and look at some of the celebrities and how, what they had to say about Angie. So let me go get the article. And this was on the Shade Room. And it says, so sad, Anthony Hamilton, Kiki Wyatt, and Selena Johnson mourn the loss of Angie Stone with touching tributes. You guys, I'll turn it around so you can see it. I'm just gonna read the article, but you can see. Um, yeah, and she really, to be honest, she didn't get her. She didn't, Eric. She did not get the recognition she deserved. I mean, she talked about the fact that her looks, her color, it was a lot of colorism in the industry. It was then and it still is now. Her weight, I mean, they just really, beautiful voice, but she was blackballed. And I just found out today that she says that she was blackballed, and also that they tried to make her say that she was the reason that D'Angelo, that I guess he got onto drugs or whatever, or drinking and everything, and tried to blame her for that. So they were trying to sabotage her career. So it's really, really sad. But anyway, this article, it talks about the celebrities that were mourning the loss of her, and these are a lot of the neo soul, older artists. It says celebrities are paying tribute and sharing heartfelt messages following Angie Stone's sudden passing. As the Shade Room previously reported earlier, the soulful singer tragically died in a fatal crash on March 1st in Montgomery, Alabama. Celebrities mourn the loss of Angie Stone with touching tributes. The news of Angie Stone's death shocked fans, collaborators, and fellow musicians alike. Stars like Anthony Hamilton, Leela James, Kiki Wyatt, Selena Johnson, Eric Benet, and Kenny Lattimore all took to Instagram to honor her life, expressing heartbreak over her untimely passing. Excuse me, you guys. It says Selena Johnson joined other musicians in celebrating Angie's life on Instagram. She posted an Instagram reel filled with heartwarming photos and videos of their time together. In a lengthy caption, Selena opened up about how tough it was to even perform after hearing the heartbreaking news. Now you guys know her and Selena were both on that show R&B Divas, and I like Selena. You know, Selena. I don't know a lot of her hits, but I do know she performed with R. Kelly, and from back in the day. I'm very sad and will be for a while, but I know you are with the king. I have been privileged to know you as a sister, a friend, and always my soror. At your induction ceremony, I told you that you are now stuck with me forever. I love you, sis. And while I am heartbroken that God found it to time that God found it to time for you to be with him. My heart is broken that we will not be able to have you here with all of us. I'm devastated and there actually aren't any words good enough for me to express myself. Rest in heaven, Angie. You now have the peace you always deserve, Selena wrote. And that's kind of sad because I remember when Whitney Houston died, some Kim Burrell was singing, and she said, "Now you can rest, like you don't have to go through those fittings anymore." Like, so this life as a celebrity must be really, really tough on some of these women. Like, it seems all glamorous, but I don't think it's all as cracked up to be. Because you be hearing people saying now you don't have to deal with this no more. But let's look at the Instagram post. Me. Okay, so I ain't supposed to be playing that music, but that's from Selena. Let me see. Let me go back. Okay, and then it says Eric Benet was another star who expressed his deep pain as he mourned the loss of Angie. Literally 2 months ago at our brother John Richmond's. Yeah, that's another crazy one. I saw a post on her Instagram that she had a friend that just died in January, and she was like, "Until I see you again." Lord knows she didn't know it would be so soon. It's eerie and it's scary. Like, sometimes the words that we say are already predicting our future. It says literally 2 months ago, at our brother John Richmond's memorial service, I have a deep, deep pain and no words. Rest in power, Angie Stone. And this is Eric Benet sharing a picture of them together. I don't think it's like a music or anything, but I think this is a picture that they took like in January, because she talks about on her page one of their friends passed away. So this was pretty recent. Um, Anthony Hamilton also joined in posting several throwback pics of him and Angie on Instagram, sharing how devastated he was to learn that she was gone. Queen, I'm devastated, broken heart, sending prayers and love to your family, children, and millions who loved you. You will forever be in our hearts. Fly high, my soul sister. Y'all remember Soul Brother? I think it's Soul Brother. I can't sing it right now, y'all. It's just because it's overwhelming. Um, it says the Shade Room prayers up. Celebrities share touching tributes following the news of Angie Stone's passing. And that's her and Anthony Hamilton. Let me see if this is clickable. That's Angie and Leela James. I'll make it a little smaller so I can read what they're saying. Let me go back to see what he says. So Anthony Hamilton wrote, Queen Angie, I'm devastated, sending prayers and love to your family, children, and the millions who loved you. You will forever be in our hearts. Fly high, my soul sister. Leela James said, my sister, my soror, my friend, we just spoke. One of the realest and always stayed the same. I love you, G. Say it ain't so. Nah, not this. And broken hearts. Yeah, that's pretty sad. Um. Oh, Kiki Wyatt. Now you know Kiki. She was on the show with her as well. Kiki Wyatt, Angie. I'm speechless, heartbroken, and crying. Thank you for being a wonderful sister friend. Thanks for being such an amazing auntie to all my babies. We love you. Rest in heaven. Kisses and a broken heart. Oh, Kiki. And then this is the Brownstone official. We are heartbroken to hear of the loss of our beautiful sister, Angie Stone. Angie will always be remembered um, as an incredible human being and one of the greatest voices that music has ever known. We are sending love and prayers to her family and everyone she has ever touched with her gift. We love you, will cherish you and your memory. Rest in eternal paradise. Mm-mm-mm. This is Selena again. Angie, my sister, my dog, my soror. I am devastated and heartbroken having to do 2 shows yesterday. Yes. Hey, anti ableism, rest in paradise. Yes. Thank you for joining. My sister, my dog, my soror. I am devastated and heartbroken. Having to do 2 shows yesterday after discovering your transition was one of the hardest things to do I can imagine. Monifa told me to push through, so that's what I did. I have known you for 23 years. Even through ups and downs, you have always prayed for me, spoke life and favor over me, and even defended me at times. I am very sad and will be for a while, but I know you are with the King. I have been privileged to know you as a sister, a friend, and always my sorrow. At your induction ceremony, I told you that you are now stuck with me forever. I love you, sis. God found it. God found it too time for you to be with Him. My heart is broken that we will not be able to have you here with all of us. I'm devastated, and there actually aren't any words good enough for me to express myself. Rest in heavy, Angie. You now have the peace you always deserved. Man, it's kind of hard to read, these emotional posts. I haven't seen this one. This is Kenny Lattimore. You guys know Kenny Lattimore was married to Shantae. Um, Kenny says, heartbroken by the sudden loss, my friend and soul sister, Angie Stone. We travel a lot for a living to do what we love, always praying to leave and get back home safely. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Um, if the reported details are true, that she was leaving one show on her way to another, it's heartbreaking. It absolutely is heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. It's a heartbreaking reminder of how precious life is. Absolutely, you guys. Life is short. Life is precious. Reach out and hug the ones around you, and forgive the ones who you pissed at, because life is short, and once they're gone, it's over. You can't. It's over. Angie dedicated her life to sharing her gift with the world, and it's devastating that her journey was cut short this way. Praying for her family, loved ones, and all who were touched by her music. Gone too soon. Man, yeah, this was just a shock. And I think it's always shocking when somebody is not sick. Like if they're sick, you kind of have a little bit of a preparation. But when they just have a tragic accident, it's heart wrenching. It's shocking. It's Mila. Where do I begin? I met Miss Angie while filming R&B Divas, and from day one, she embraced me with nothing and was nothing but warm. I didn't know what to expect the first day on the set, but she greeted and welcomed me with open arms and gave a sense of calm. We just clicked and from there established a special bond. When my mother passed, she called me. When life was life, and she called me. Man, y'all, I got to swallow on that. That's deep. Whenever she was working on something special, she called to include me. Thank you for pouring into me and encouraging me when I needed it most. You will be missed, Miss Angie Stone. We appreciate your contribution, Queen. I pray for her children. I unfortunately know that pain all too well. Sorry. Condolences to her too. Condolences to the entire family and those that were blessed to call her friend. May she rest in peace. Man, this is just overwhelming. And it's sad. The bad part is that a lot of these people don't get their flowers until they are gone. And that's when we all, myself included, when everybody comes out and pays attention. I guess, the reality of life is that we all got a lot of stuff going on. So nobody got a lot of time to be that invested in other people, but still it's like sometimes let's honor the people while they're here. Angie Stone is one of the ones who didn't get the flowers that she deserved. It's a well-known fact throughout the industry. A lot of people are saying it, and it's a fact, and it's apparent. Taj George says, "Rest well, sis. I'll never forget our last phone call. Baby, that little pouty mouth was in rare form, and I loved every syllable. Cherish every moment. The real Coco SWV. Oh, Angie, heartbroken. You were one of the greats and definitely will be missed." And then that's a picture, another picture of her. And okay, so that's it for the tribute. So I'm just gonna go back, flip through the pictures one more time, and then we gonna talk about the man who everybody is pissed with, which is Al B. Sure. Cause y'all know Al B. Sure, and I'm gonna say with his raggedy ass, and yeah, I'm just gonna say that had the nerves to share their last tweets. Like, who does that? Okay. So, you guys, I'm just going to flip the screen for just a minute and say thank you guys for joining. Please hit that like button. Like they be saying double tap, double tap. I don't know. Please double tap, whatever. But thank you guys for being here with me on this Sunday night. We are all well. Love your loved ones. Hug the babies. All of that stuff. But let's get into Al B. Sure. Now, I'll be sure. So anti-ableism says, I didn't catch up on what he said yet. Okay, girl, we about to talk about it right now. We about to get into this. Okay, so this is what he posted. And I'm surprised it's still up there. I'm surprised that they didn't clown him so bad and make this man take it down. So, I'll be sure. A lot of us have a bone to pick with him because, he's coming out talking about he wasn't able to be a dad to Quincy because of Diddy and Kim Porter did. Let me say something. I don't give a damn if that kid came out of your nutsack, excuse my French, or you gave birth to him. It shouldn't be nothing in this world to keep you from them. I'm sorry. Like, that's such a sorry excuse. Oh, well, Diddy. Like, sorry. I mean, we over all of that. Some people are coming up and talking about, well, Diddy was dangerous. Let me tell you, when you are a parent, is nobody dangerous enough to keep you from your child. That's just how I see it. I don't know. I don't know how they make men these days. I don't know. But okay, you guys. So this is what he posted. So I'll be sure the same day that we all found out that she passed, like I saw some of the pictures of her on her Instagram, And you know, if you follow Angie over the years, if you've seen her on R&B divas, or every now and then, you know, she was always kind of a thick girl, you know, kind of heavy set. But in in the last postings, she was looking a little. She lost a lot of weight, which is a good thing. But you know, you don't really know. It's like, oh well, you know, as we get older, we lose weight. We got a lot of these celebrities going on Ozempic. Like, look at Lizzo. So we just like, oh, okay, she losing weight. But this mother ducker, he gonna sit up here and put her medical information up in this post. Okay, so this is Albie Short. He says, mind you, the same day that we found out that she passed, official Albie Short, and y'all see it. Here's right here. I can't really gather my own thoughts. The moment to say anything close to describing the profoundly brave and amazing woman my sister Angie Stone was. So I'll just let Angie say it to you all in our last text to each other. First of all, if somebody is sending you private text one-on-one, mano y mano, like, why is that? It doesn't matter. You could let us know you guys were friends without telling us what your last texts were. She probably assumed it was private. Why don't you put all your last texts to everybody you talk to? You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, just let everybody make your text public. That doesn't make sense. You can honor somebody without talking about the last conversation to this degree. A cut and paste. Like, we don't even know if this is exactly what she said. And it's just like, I'm sure she had the presumption of privacy, Al. So it says, Angie, hey hun, it's Angie Stone reaching out to you. That sounds a little weird to me. That's like me reaching out to one of my friends, and I'm gonna say celebrity, but like, hey girl, this is so and so reaching out to you. Hey, it's Angie Stone reaching out to you. Please give me a call ASAP. A lot of stuff happening regarding this transplant situation. Did we even know this woman was I feel like it should have been through her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know this is not what would be considered a HIPAA violation, you know, because he's not in the healthcare and stuff like that. But just the fact that he disclosed it is dirty to me. We all have our own medical issues, medical situations that you don't want people talking about, right? I'm just saying, it's like, and coming from this man, like, sir, where's your brain? If y'all remember when Al was in his medical stuff, can y'all get the likes up, please? Please hit the like buttons. Remember when he was coming out, when after he got out of his medical situation, he kept saying stuff like, you know, it's a lot of stuff I got to tell you, but I'm going to let y'all in on what happened. He was being very covert with everything he was saying, right? Never let us really know. When Kim was alive, after Kim Porter died, it's some stuff I need to tell y'all, but when the time is right. But on Angie's death day, on her death day, yeah, HIPAA is important, but I don't know if it applies to private citizens. Like I don't know if he could be, because he's not in the healthcare, so he didn't have access to her private records. So it's not like he's disclosing it in breach of his job, but it's more like a moral issue. It's your friend, and it's personal. Why would you even do that? She says, hey hun, it's Angie Stone reaching out. Please give me a call. A lot of happening regarding this transplant. I have two possible donors, but they are discriminating against blacks. Now it's been 5 years. That's very personal, Al. She may not have wanted people to know that. She may have assumed that she was confiding in you. Like, you don't even know how much her family, like, are you thinking about her family when you putting stuff out like this? Exactly, anti-ableism. You don't disclose personal text. It says, and then she says it's been 5 years. Like I said, I didn't even know that she had an issue with and was on the transplant list. Albie Sure says, hey there, Queen. Great to hear from you. I'm on the plane and will touch base with you as soon as I touch down. And then Angie. Okay, and then the fact that, sir, you had to copy and paste this because we don't see this on a cell phone. It looks like exactly anti-ableism. Right, I agree with you. Like, can you disclose this? Like, who did you you did, like, these are her last probably precious thoughts with a friend. Why would you make that public? Y'all, and this is another thing I was thinking. Can you guys please hit that like button? Let's get the likes up, you guys, please. Do you guys remember right before Whitney Houston passed, and it was Clive Davis, and they were in the lobby. Whitney had gotten out of the pool, and she had Bobby Christina with her. Y'all remember that? And it was Clive Davis, Monica, and Brandy, and Clive, I think, was sitting in the middle or whatever. Whitney walked over and gave Brandy a note, okay? And to this day, because remember, and I believe Whitney died that same later that day, right before the Grammys and stuff. She was found passed, right? Brandy has still not disclosed the contents of that note. People are suspecting that they know what was in the note, but Brandy says she will never tell. Now, some people say it's because Whitney was saying she wanted um, her brother, what's his, Ray J, to come and give her some rugs. But whatever it was, Brandy did not disclose it because it was a note from her, from Whitney to her, and it happened around the time that she passed. Just a little bit of decorum and a little bit of respect. So that's why I'm looking at him side eye. It's like this was the biggest clout chase move ever. And nobody who celebrated her or had anything to say about her released any private text messages. This is so crazy. So this is Angie Stone saying, okay, King, I wanted to let you know that I have two donors, 1010 positive. Family members are trying to get some clearance on getting the transplant done because they are discriminating against blacks of a certain age. I'm leery to deal with the hospital system here, so I was reaching out to you to see if there's something or someone you can suggest to help me get this done. It's been 5 years now. I'm well overdue. Blood work is excellent, and I'm just waiting now. Call me when you get a moment to chop it up with me. I've been praying hard for you ever since all this foolishness you've been saying for years finally been exposed. So right here, she's talking about the situation with Diddy. Okay, again, so he's not, even though this is her message to him, the focus is coming back to him. Like, you could have cropped this out again. Her speaking on your situation with Diddy and all that drama, and this is the final message that you're putting forth in her remembrance. It's terrible. Like you using this moment to gain clout, from this woman that just passed. This is terrible. I pray that your son Quincy and yourself lock horn again and he walks away from that whole ratchet situation. As the whole world knows, he deserves to be with his biological father at this time. I know that Kim is resting in paradise. She is born a couple of days before me, so I know her spirit well. I know how she rolled, and I can assure you that she's been the one assisting you from the other side. Be blessed and know that I'm here for you no matter what. Peace and blessings, King. Man, when I tell you this is the lowest and as tacky as you can get, so many people were disappointed with him. Hey there, Queen. Called you back. I'm back on the ground. Good until 5 p.m. CST time and will be available for you later. Let's go. Love you back. I'm on deck for you, Queen. Love you too. And thank you, babe. I'm sitting in dialysis right now. Again, like just the fact that he put her business out there. Anti-ableism says Angie will always be loved. Absolutely. But I think this was just deplorable. So many people were coming out against Al B. Sure for posting this. It's like, this is not a celebration of Angie Stone. Your last text message to her, like, this is not showing us your love, your connection. It's like you are putting her personal business out there. I don't see where he thought that this was something honoring her, because it wasn't. This is by no means was honoring Angie Stone. It was self-serving. Please get the likes up, y'all. Let's get the likes up. It was so self-serving. People were just saying, are you serious? Like, how could you even think that that's something you should do? But also, you guys, as we look back at, what happened, a lot of people are saying that they think this was a sacrifice. Now, initially, when I saw it, I wasn't thinking like that. But the more that I'm doing research and the more, let me flip the screen for a second, the more that I'm, looking into it and finding out more information, I'm starting to think that this is kind of crazy because recently she was calling out her she had been calling out her label and the people that were managing her money and everything, and it's just weird that she was the only person in that sprinter that was unalived. And when you think about it, it's like if you think about how it happened, it was an accident. Like you would say, well, how could that be if they were targeting her? But she had just recently been sick, just like Al B. Sure. Remembering he made it, and then she recovered, and then the accident. And even if you don't believe it was a sacrifice, it definitely sounds like spiritual warfare. Like it's something eerie, y'all. But anyway, let's listen to this video. Let me make it bigger.
Songwriter, actor, and record producer Angie Stone died in a car crash early this morning.
It has been one heck of
Let me say trigger warning because that was the actual accident. For those of you who haven't seen it yet, please hit the like button, y'all. Let's get the likes up, please.
a ride. This last month, the enemy was trying to take me out. They've taken pretty much everything. They've stolen all the monies that were due to me. They have basically absorbed in that company.
Picture this, a powerhouse soul singer who just weeks ago exposed a scandal that could shake the very foundations of the music industry, suddenly meets a mysterious fate. Angie Stone, a beloved icon of R&B, had recently gone public with accusations that her own music company was robbing her of rightful royalty payments.
Now remember, the same company that she's talking about, that's the company that Drake just sued recently as well. Y'all, let's get the likes up. Please get the likes up.
They were working on my behalf. Never even registered the songs, all the songs that I've done. I'm only coming to find out they were not properly registered by the companies that I signed over to.
Rumors were swirling that she was on the brink of launching a lawsuit that would expose years of industry exploitation. And then, on March 1st, the unthinkable happened. A fatal vehicular crash in which she was the only casualty among 9 occupants. What could be more suspicious than that? Angie Stone's story has it all. Fame, fortune, love, betrayal, and a shocking final twist. On March 1st, 2025, the 63-year-old R&B legend was tragically killed in a car.
Trigger warning, you guys, for those of you who haven't seen it. And that was a Sprinter van. Did she have on her seatbelt? Why was she the only one that passed? That is so weird. It's so many questions, you guys. Let's hit the like button. Please hit the like.
Leaving the music world in disbelief. How did a pioneering soul diva who gave us decades of hits end up in such heartbreaking headlines? Grab your tea, because we're about to spill the untold saga of Angie Stone, a journey from gospel beginnings to a mysterious end that has everyone talking. Trust me, you'll want to hear this. Angie Stone, born Angela Brown. As a young girl, she belted gospel songs in church and honed her powerful voice under her father. She had big dreams beyond the pews. In her teens, she burst onto the scene as Angie B in the first all-female hip-hop trio, The Sequence. In 1979, they dropped the funky rap single, Funk You Up. We're gonna funk you right on up. We're gonna funk you right on up. Making history and proving ladies could rock the mic. That was just the beginning. Our girl Angie was only getting started. By the early 90s, Angie's musical evolution was in full swing. She traded rap for silky R&B, joining the group Vertical Hold and scoring a New Jack Swing hit with Seems You're Much Too Busy.
Now, I like Angie Stone, but I didn't know her earlier groups. I didn't know any of the earlier groups that she was in. Can y'all hit that like button for me? Come on now. It's 10 of us
Angie's
in here.
true destiny was to shine solo. In 1999, she released her debut album, Black Diamond, which went gold and gave us the soulful gem, No More Rain in This Cloud. Then came 2001's Mahogany Soul,
I love you.
delivering the iconic breakup anthem, Wish I Didn't Miss You. I can't sleep anymore. A song that still cuts deep to this day. Angie's rich voice.
Thank you guys for the likes. Oh, y'all gonna kill me.
She wasn't just singing R&B, she was redefining it. Her powerful voice and presence made her an R&B icon, earning multiple Grammy nominations and a reputation as a neo-soul pioneer. As the 2000s rolled in, Angie racked up achievements like they were hit records. She nabbed 3 Grammy nominations and took home a pair of Soul Train Lady of Soul awards, solidifying her status as R&B royalty. Critics hailed her as one of the architects of neo-soul, right alongside Erykah Badu and Jill Scott. She even branched into acting, popping up in films like The Hot Chick,
For the full moon end.
fighting temptations with the iconic Cuba Gooding Jr.,
I don't remember seeing her in any of these. Do you guys remember? Drop a 1 in the chat if you remember seeing her in any of these movies, because I don't remember her acting career. The only thing I remember her doing like on television was mainly the R&B divas.
reality shows like R&B Divas.
We all know clearly we can make it on a solo tip by ourselves.
By 2021, the industry was bowing to her legacy, honoring Angie with a Soul Music Icon Award for her 40-plus years of contribution. There was no doubt this soulful songstress had become a living legend. But behind the success and smiles, Angie's personal life was a roller coaster ride worthy of its own song. Let's talk love lives and heartbreak, because Angie's romantic history was just as soulful as her music. In the mid-90s, Angie fell into a passionate romance with R&B crooner D'Angelo.
Ladies, I know you guys remember D'Angelo.
And the duo quickly became a neo-soul power couple. They collaborated musically. You can thank Angie for helping shape D'Angelo's early sound. And even had a son together, Michael D'Angelo Archer II. For a while, it seemed like a match made in musical heaven. The queen of neo-soul and
For those of you that
the
don't
brown
know,
sugar prince. But as D'Angelo's star exploded, cracks
Angie Stone actually died one day
formed
after
in
her
their fairy
son's
tale.
birthday.
The two eventually parted ways, leaving Angie with a beautiful son and a disbelief, gospel beginnings to a mysterious end that has everyone talking. Talk about having an eye for talent. Now brace yourself for this one. Hollywood heartthrob
You guys.
Idris Elba. Yes, Mr. Stringer Bell himself.
This motherfucker bugged out one time. What, he gonna bug out again when he found out Shorty cop?
Once had the biggest crush on Angie Stone. Who knew? Angie did, and she spilled the tea in a 2015 tell-all interview. Back in the early 2000s, Idris was an up-and-coming actor cast in Angie's music video, and he apparently fell head over heels for our soulful diva. Angie revealed that Idris was actually crushing on me during the shoot, making it no secret to all their friends that he was in love with Angie Stone. Her reaction? She put the gorgeous Brit in the friend zone.
Idris and I were like sister and brother. We both had the same manner. You know, the little crushing here and there.
She saw him as more of a brother figure and was still entangled with D'Angelo then. But years later, after Idris became, well, Idris Elba, Angie didn't mince words about second thoughts. Do I regret it? Absolutely, she admitted with a laugh in a recent interview on Vlad TV. Imagine turning down Idris Elba and then watching him become a Hollywood sex symbol. That's a plot twist even Angie couldn't write. It's the kind of juicy Hollywood meets R&B story that kept Angie's name swirling in gossip circles, proving her life off stage was as intriguing as any song.
Girl, how you turn down Idris Elba? Even the best of us couldn't do
Lyric.
that, girl.
But with the highs come the lows. Angie wasn't afraid to face the ugly side of the music industry. Late last year, in December 2024, Angie made waves by calling out Universal Music Group, UMG, her former record label, in a very public way.
After 40-something years in the business, I'm like, where are my royalties going? Because I'm not getting this. Come to find out, Universal Music has been receiving all my royalties.
Angie discovered that the royalty checks she was owed were essentially non-existent. We begin to research my royalties, only to find out that they have all pretty much been stolen, she revealed, dropping a bombshell on UMG.
A lot of my publishing, a lot of my royalties, my mechanicals, they have all pretty much been stolen. They've taken pretty much everything. They have taken all the...
Now, even though she's passed, hopefully, if all of this stuff is true, maybe her kids can go after the record company to find out what happened to her money and to get that money back. Y'all get the likes up, please. Let's hit the like button.
Were due to me. They have basically absorbed in that company.
The industry was shook. Here was a veteran artist bravely saying what so many whisper, that she'd been cheated out of her earnings by a giant label. Fans rallied behind her, praising Angie for fighting for her rights and shedding light on the rampant royalty scandals in music. After all, Angie had written and sung her heart out for decades, classics that made labels millions.
I wish I didn't miss you anymore.
So the idea that she hadn't seen her fair share was infuriating. This confrontation put Angie at odds with powerful forces in music, but she was determined to get what she deserved. Little did anyone know, this battle would soon take a chilling turn. February 2025 saw Angie still basking in a creative renaissance. Fresh off releasing a 2000
Yeah, anti-ableism. I agree. I feel like it's a spiritual warfare. And she was so grounded in religion. But if you look at some of her videos, she talks about demons and she talks about, the devil was after her. So, it's like, damn. She
album
knew.
and planning new projects. She seemed unstoppable, but on the night of February 29th, after performing to an adoring crowd in Alabama, fate was about to deal a cruel hand. In the early hours of March 1st, 2025, Angie was en route from Mobile, Alabama to Atlanta in a Mercedes van with her band and crew. They were likely laughing, maybe rehashing the show's highlights, when out of nowhere, disaster struck on the highway. At approximately 4 a.m., their van flipped over on Interstate 65, and before they could react, an 18-wheeler truck slammed into them. The impact was devastating. Amid the chaos and twisted metal, Angie Stone was gravely injured. By the time the dust settled, Angie was the only person who hadn't made it out alive. Yes, the only one. In an instant, the world lost a musical icon, and a routine road trip turned into international news. The aftermath was pure heartbreak. When news broke that Angie Stone had died in that horrific crash, fans around the globe were in shock. Social media exploded with an outpouring of grief.
Yes, like she was just here. I mean, people are, posting like they just saw her last week, her last performance. Actually, I posted a video of her last performance and everything. It's crazy, but that's how it happens.
Belief, not Angie, this can't be real, echoed across timelines. Fellow musicians, from old school legends to the new generation she inspired, paid tribute to the soulful voice that had touched millions. Her family was crushed. Angie's daughter, Diamond, and son, Michael, released a tearful statement that never in a million years did we ever expect to get this horrible news. Our mom is and will always be our everything. Her longtime publicist summed it up beautifully, saying Angie's voice and spirit will live on forever in the hearts of those she touched. And she touched so many through songs that got us through heartbreaks and celebrations, and a warmth that radiated whenever she performed. The world had lost a queen of soul, and the void she left was immeasurable. But even as loved ones mourned, whispers began to spread about the eerie timing of this tragedy. It didn't escape folks that Angie's death came right after her very public fight with a major record label. In barbershops, forums, and comment sections, people started asking, was this really just a freak accident? One social media user voiced what many were thinking. I hate to be a conspiracy theorist, but right after a recent video of Angie Stone accusing UMG of not paying her properly, she has a fatal car crash, the insinuation was chilling. Had Angie's outspokenness ruffled the wrong feathers? Could there be more to the story of that accident? It's the kind of speculation that usually lives in late night Twitter.
And I know like some people are saying, oh, this is conspiracy theory and all of that stuff. But if she was really going to be set to sue them and possibly get millions of dollars, like, a lot of these, from what they say, a lot of these labels have insurance on these stars. So if she was at this, you just don't know. It's like, ugh.
And whispered conversations, the notion that the industry might silence those who speak out. Suddenly, Angie's tragic end was fueling a firestorm of conspiracy theories. Was it just a cruel coincidence? Or, as some believe, the music industry curse striking again? Crazy as it sounds, this pattern of tragedy isn't new to music insiders. In fact, Angie's death has people recalling other stars who met untimely ends after battling the powers that be. Exposure magazine even noted how the shocking deaths of icons like Michael Jackson, Prince, Tupac Shakur, and Aaliyah all raise troubling questions about the price of speaking out against an industry that thrives on control and profit. One thing's for sure, Angie Stone's legacy isn't going anywhere. Her music still pours out of radios and playlists. Her influence runs deep through today's R&B queens, and her story, full of love, music, and mystery, will continue to captivate and caution us all. Rest in power, Angie. Your voice lives on.
Now the thing about it is, this whole conspiracy thing. Okay, you said she was mother. Um, my phone was getting ready to go dead. It's the thing about it is like she was speaking out on the record industry, and a lot of times they say that they actually have policies, insurance policies on them. So you gotta wonder, were they gonna collect on this? What was going on? But y'all, I have heard a lot of the. Let me turn this around while I get the cue up the next one. I've heard this thing about the fact that she was talking about the industry, but I haven't seen it myself. So I'm going to play it. I've heard people talk about it, but I really want to go through it. If you've already seen it, then that's fine. Just hit the like and y'all could. But I want to listen to it on my own. But before we go there, y'all, let's go back to her. I'm on her page, on her Instagram page. And this to me was a little bit eerie as well, because I do believe people have the ability, yeah, 40 years plus in the business. Yes, yes. I do believe people have premonitions. I do believe that people just have a knowing, like Tupac. Remember his video where he did that, not I ain't mad at you, and he did it in heaven, and then he died not long after that. So I believe that people know. But let's look. She did a special. Dang, you guys. Okay, my laptop is acting up a little bit. Okay. This is something she posted. Look at this is hold on. This is something she posted January 4th. And this is the guy, Jonathan, that Eric Benet was talking about. She was saying, okay, so it's Jonathan Rodman. Let me see. I can't really make out this Ridman, or I apologize if I'm not saying the person's name right, but she posted this, and this was let's listen a little bit.
Hurt me no more, 'cause I've hurt you before. Oh, I wish I could go back and make it better. Take my
So I believe he must have been a fellow musician. It says, "Till we meet again." Let me put it so you can see. Now this is on her IG page. It says, "Rest in paradise, my friend. Remembering Jonathan, maybe it's Richmond." And so she's posting pictures and everything. And I believe he was a musician, maybe a keyboardist or something. And she says, "Today I say goodbye." Remember you guys, this was January 4th. "Today I say goodbye to someone who meant so much to me and so many others. Jonathan, you were a light in our lives, always bringing laughter, magic, and love wherever you went. It's hard to believe you're no longer with us, but I'll always cherish the memories we shared and how talented you are. You are my soul singing partner. Your spirit is vibrant. Your presence will be missed more than words can express. Though our hearts are heavy, I pray that you have found peace. You'll forever be in our thoughts and prayers until we meet again, my friend. May your soul soar free and your light shine eternally. She says, until we meet again, not even knowing. Of course, we don't. I don't know. I feel like maybe sometimes you have a knowing, but until we meet again, and then only 4 months later, I mean, he passed. This is posted on the 4th. She passed on the 1st. So I'm assuming he probably passed either on the 3rd or the 4th. So just 2 months later, that's like, yeah, that's okay. Anti-ableism. She has her cup of tea. I mean, yeah, man, this is crazy. So that was one thing that I saw. And then this is her talking.
Girl Angie Stone. I did an impromptu this morning. Happy holidays. I'm just gonna wait for some people to get in here. Some stuff.
So now this is where people are saying that she was exposing the industry. Like I said, I haven't listened to the whole thing, so we're gonna play it.
I've been dealing with a lot the last month, a whole lot, and I'm just here to let you know I am so outdone with things that have been going on in and around me. And because we're at the end of 2024, I kind of just want to shut it down, looking forward to 2025. I want y'all to go like and share, get some people on this live, mainly because I'm about to reveal some stuff that, Lord just told me to talk about today. Going out of this year, going into a new year, I need to bring you guys up to speed with some things that I've kept very personal and to myself. Some things.
And it's crazy that she died not too long after posting this, because we never heard her say anything about it.
Okay to reveal some things that is probably going to shock some people. So I'm going to give you a little bit more time to get some people in here, because it was a lot for me to get on here and do this. I mean, this last month has been trying. First out, I want to shout out all the people.
And she posted this in December. That wasn't that long ago.
Show that was supposed to be with Music Soul Child, Marsha Ambrosia. Shout out to Raheem Devon for standing in for me. I had something happen that caused me not to be there, but God just needed to sit me down so I could focus on me. So before I go into just, what I experienced, what I went through, I want to let you guys know I almost didn't make it through this process because it was something that just kind of hit me. It was a day or so before I was scheduled to fly out to Detroit. And I was very excited. All the tickets were bought, the hotels were paid for, the band was ready to go. And then I got hit with this crazy news, and it kind of threw me for a loop. So I figured I better share it with you all, and you can pass it on, because just because we're in the industry doesn't mean we're not human. Things happen all the time. And unfortunately, when this happened, I just wasn't prepared for it.
No, anti-ableism. What last year? What happened? Tell me.
That show that I
Please.
was
Thank
super,
you.
super excited about. Go in and get somebody, come back to the live. Like I said, I don't want to have to say it again. I haven't even told my team that I was going on today. I just threw up my light and just put on a little something just so I could.
Put it in the chat, okay? So you can
We
tell
got some
me.
people in the room now. I'm gonna wait for about 10 or 15 more people to get on, and then I'll share a couple of things with you.
Come on, Angie. Let us know what's going on. Tell us. Let us know.
But anyway, nonetheless, I just want to say hi to all the people that are joining my live. Let me just see who you are. Let me see. Lady Hayes, hey there. Freeway, Rick, Elegant. Oh, that went too fast.
Oh, you guys, while she's reading that, what I just noticed is what she posted. She says, I've discovered something that's been hidden in the dark for too long. My publishing was stolen. And guess what? I know exactly who did it. But don't get it twisted. I'm coming for you. All the dogs who thought they could take what's mine. Trust, I'm ready. Just like Jamie Foxx said, what had happened was, well, now it's my turn to share my testimony. It's a new chapter, and you can bet the truth is coming to light. Stay tuned. Oh my God. See, I didn't even know that.
That it happened to me, because everybody don't wish
What?
good things for you. Some people wish bad things for
Oh
you.
my
And
God.
I continue to pray
So she's basically saying she knows
for them.
who did it.
Somebody's calling my line, but I can't answer her call because I'm on the live right now. But
Let's
I
get the
will
likes
say
up, please. Let's get
this.
the likes up. She knew who did
It
it.
has been one heck of a ride. This last month, the enemy was trying to take me out. He was really trying to take me out. And
That's crazy. She said the enemy was trying to take her out, and she got took out.
we had 51. Let me see, can I get 70 to 100 people in the room right now before I reveal some very, very interesting information. And it is like a double-edged sword, because I'm going to tell you one thing, and then I'm going to get to the worst thing that could possibly happen to any artist after 45 to 50 years in the business. The worst thing that could happen. It has, of course, happened to me, and I'm constantly in prayer for God to forgive the people that have wished me ill will, or done anything to remotely get in the way of the gift of sharing with my fans. Okay, we're at 45. Let me get 50. Let me get 60. And I'm going to give y'all 5 more minutes to get some more people on this live. The devil is a liar. You're right. Come on now. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, by the way, the Christmas song, All I'm Missing, is #1 in several countries. We put it out on the 15th of November, on the 14th of November.
This makes it even more like it was a sacrifice, or I don't even know if it was sacrifice or somebody trying to shut her up or shut her down, because she says she knows who stole her publishing. Publishing is worth millions of dollars.
#1, and is steadily climbing the chart. So if you guys have never heard All I'm Missing, you can go on all platforms. Apple Music made it last week. Their front page was my big old face on there. I feature Juanita Wynn and Jay Brown, who did an amazing job on helping me get through a trying time. Juanita Wynn started
Anti-ableism, they are, not to cut her off, but you probably weren't here last week when I just happened to stumble up on one of my old friends from years ago, her Instagram page on the day, her 1-year death anniversary. I hadn't even known she was dying. It was so weird.
Is a standard, and it's a #1 song that I think you guys will be playing every year. Okay, so if you're ready for us to go live and to get this bit of information, no, I didn't make it a secret reveal. I should have, but I will have my team posted as a reveal, because it is a secret that I'm revealing. But the latter part of the conversation is really, really crazy. Anyway, are you guys ready?
We ready, Angie? Let us know.
All right, 45. I need 5, 7, let me see. I need 50 people in the room before I even begin to talk about it. So I'm not going to talk about it until I can get, because I'm going to need each and every one of you guys, after I reveal this, to share this. I'm going to go ahead and send it over to my YouTube page after this, as well as my TikTok page. Anyway, what happened 2 days before my show? Whew. But God. I'm trying to keep from crying because the devil was very, very, very particular in targeting me. But anyway, I was rushed to the hospital because I wasn't breathing so well. Came to find out I had what was a bacterial blood infection.
Let's get the likes up, please. You guys hit the like button.
When they stuck me with the needle, it had went into my bloodstream
Oh.
and caused a staph infection of the blood. Now, I didn't have a clue.
Hey, Conrad, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Can you hit that like button?
They rushed me into ICU. I went into ICU and I went to use the restroom and I passed out.
Thank you, Conrad. That's so sweet. I appreciate you.
It rendered me basically unconscious.
Oh my gosh.
When I came back to, the nurses began to tell me that I was screaming for Jesus. Because when I went down.
Oh, Angie, she knew.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that, I didn't know what was happening. All I know is it was all of a sudden.
Oh my gosh.
And I began to praise God and call on his name because I knew biblically that if I was transitioning, I needed to be calling on Jesus.
So she was talking about transitioning back then just some months ago.
Scream.
And if y'all remember Lisa Lopez was the same thing after she hit that little boy, and she said she felt the ghost was chasing her.
Because I was on the floor. And sorry.
Do y'all remember Lisa Lopez the same thing?
I knew it was an attack. I knew it was a spiritual attack on me.
Oh my gosh.
However, I was treated and God healed me. He cleared up. After 2 weeks, solid, they cleared up the blood infection. I'm just here to let you know. The only reason I hadn't been on my live and just getting with y'all on this because I had to get postured with God one-on-one. Sometimes God will make you stand still. When you're doing the most you can for everyone, he will stand you still.
Wow.
So that your complete focus can be on him. God he knew that I was about to come into some things. And as I began to come back to myself completely, I remembered everything that I was working on. I remember the people.
You guys, don't it seem like she knew? She had a premonition?
Help me. By the time it was all said and done, the Christmas song had been snatched down. For what reason? I wasn't in a position to really fight that. I had to fight to live. So I couldn't worry about that because I knew that it would take care of itself. But not.
She's talking about how she got sick, and she's also talking about how some of her royalties, her music, have been stolen, and she knows the person who took it. She was exposed in the music industry, the record industry, just months before she passed.
Like I said, I can't call any names because I'm not that vicious. I don't want to hurt anybody, and I really don't want it to be their downfall.
And so some people are thinking that she was sacrificed, or that they purposely helped unalive her because she got sick, ended up in the hospital with all of this stuff, this staph infection, and then only months later to be killed in a car accident. People just don't believe it, especially when she had just come out saying that so much of her money, millions of dollars, has been stolen.
They thought that blood infection would have damaged my heart, so I went into a lot of testing to make sure there was not heart scarring. Lo and behold, all of that came out fine. I was not scarred by the heart, thank God. But the staph infection was supposed to scar the heart and the lungs, and it cleared up, thank God. So I just wanted to.
Yeah, she did this video December 26th of 2024. That was just a couple months ago.
But I'm a hard worker.
And so, Conrad, and don't apologize. It's okay if you don't know, She was saying, I'm just showing you what she posted. I just discovered something that's been hidden in the dark for too long. My publishing was stolen, and guess what? I know exactly who did it. And we know how dirty these record companies are.
In my place, and he had the entire audience say, "Get well soon." He called me, "Sis, what's going on?" And when he found out, he said, "I got you." So I owe you one, bruh. I owe you one. But meanwhile, back at the ranch, as I was coming through all of this, I soon found out that one of the biggest companies that I was with, Universal Music.
Now, you know Drake sued them and he just won some millions.
We began to research things to check on my royalties and my statements and things that of that nature, only to find out a lot of my publishing, a lot of my royalties, my mechanicals, they have all pretty much been stolen. As I begin to find out things that I never had to look into, because when you hire a team of people that to some degree supposed to have your back, you're thinking that they're getting it all.
You can't trust none of these people. That you can't trust nobody with your money. Let's get the likes up, please, you guys. Let's get the likes
Do
up.
your own research. Just on the celebrity that I let a lot of important things slip through the cracks only because I didn't know
Trusted
any better.
people too, probably.
I worked very hard to take care of my kids as a single mother, and I'm being transparent. My kids' fathers just were not doing what they're supposed to do. So I had to step up and go in and do everything that I needed to do for my family, which is why I worked so hard, which is why I traveled so much, which is why I did shows, because at the end of the day, after 40-something years in the business, I'm like, well, why? Where are my royalties going? Because I'm not getting this. Come to find out, Universal Music has been receiving all my royalties.
That's a damn shame. This woman worked 40 years and can't even retire. Just like Mary J. Blige they're still talking about her because they're stealing their money, you guys.
All the monies that were due to me, they have basically absorbed in that company. And
do y'all think people at 60 some odd years old want to be touring and ripping and running up and down the highway? No, they don't.
Songs that I've done, I'm only coming to find out they were not properly registered.
Conrad, you hit the nail on the head. Absolutely. That's what people are suspecting, that something happened to her.
So I am truly a walking testimony that God has carried me all this time. Because if you only knew how much money they have taken from me, how much they have stolen from me, monies that I'm supposed to be, I should have been able to retire 20 years ago.
That's what I'm saying.
Supposedly.
20 years ago. But she still got to work. These people need to pay for that, because there's probably no reason this woman at her age have to be running up and down the road in a Sprinter performing.
Taking things in their own hand, changing and switching lanes because they knew I didn't know that part. See, I'm not an attorney. I don't know everything. What I learned how to do was go out, work hard, get paid, come home, pay my bills, take care of my family.
Right, Angie.
That part.
Yes.
The legal side, when you hire attorneys and managers and
don't
agents,
trust them.
No, they're supposed to make sure the gray area over there.
You can't trust them. You can't trust them.
Or they're supposed to make sure you're taken care of.
And they don't. They make sure they're taken
And even
care
though
of.
they were taking care of themselves, they thought very little of taking care of me. And I know because I've seen it with my own eyes. So I'm just here to let you know.
She has a YouTube channel too.
Universal Music, you're gonna have to give up my coins.
Oh, see, she called out Universal Music. There you go, right there. She calling him out, and now she's gone.
Legacy of my life for my children and my grandchildren. They're gonna have to give me my money. I mean, when you sit back and think Bruno Mars, Dr. Dre, when you think about all these people that have sampled music, if they're filthy rich on it, what's our problem?
Right.
Or my problem?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So you got to get a diesel crew, and I call them a diesel crew, to go in and rectify the issue, because evidently all the time that I've been working through things, they didn't get. I'll tell them on my live, please. Okay. Give it to me. Give me your phone. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they say that, Conrad, just like Michael Jackson. Yeah.
Just to be clear, I can't say it over live. Give me your phone.
Just like with Diddy suing, I mean, although he's in the position he should be in, but you screw with them, either you gonna come up unalived or behind bars.
So it's Christmas.
Y'all, let's get the likes up, please. Can we get the likes up?
Anyway, go get from Shayna. Yeah. So with that being said, shout out to Van Silk. I know you didn't know this was coming, but I had to be transparent. I would try to take as many questions as I can. Let me see. University, call me. Keys join. Kathy Smith smiles. Yes, sis, get your diesel crew and go tear that. Okay. Yes, I plan on doing that. The music industry is horrible when they tell you that, you know, it's not a straight line, you know. I've been one to kind of play fair. I stay out of harm's way. You know, I can't avoid trouble always, because I'll tell you this, no matter who we hook up with and how we hook up.
Yeah, they also said Aaliyah, wasn't she like gonna expose something too, or wanted to leave? It's something I remember. Conrad says Michael Jackson called out Sony, and then the abuse, exactly, and then he got unalive. Why are they getting unalive for calling someone out? Is this true? Because there's millions of dollars. There's so much money riding on all of this.
A diesel crew that's really trying to help me navigate things. And if I never get it, at least you heard it from me, because I don't know what they might do to keep from paying me all the money they owe me. Oh.
Now you hear what she said? I don't know what they might do to keep from paying me all the money they owe me. Oh my God, this is crazy, you guys. This is crazy. Let's get the likes up. This is crazy.
Benefit. I mean, have you no conscience? There's a special place in hell, just like my girl Selena said, for people like that. There's a brick wall waiting out there for hard heads. And I promise you, God said, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. So even in this hour, I'm going to pray for you, because I know that God said that he will fight my battles if I would just endure to the end. So I'm definitely going to get that. And I don't want nobody to be upset with me. I don't care what they think about me.
Hey, Lulu, welcome to the chat. How you doing? Happy Sunday evening.
Twists and turns. And even though you have the Almighty God with you, they still going to try you. Because just because I believe in God don't mean they believe in God. They don't believe in God. So they think I'm a fool and a bunch of other people because we love her.
But you guys know it's sad what they did to her, but they do that to working people every day. It's the corporate grind. They care nothing about nobody.
Right. I just wanted to share with you guys. If you got any questions, let me see. Are you open to working with New producer, absolutely. I got a project I'm working on right now, and I'm just in a good way because with having a number one single. Oh Lord, did I do something? Oh, you flipped it. Right there. Take it back. With having a new single that's climbing up the charts at number one territorial wise, I really think I'm back. And now they're gonna make me go in like a turbo boost. I'm a beast. The next album, you ain't gonna be able to handle it because now that I have my capacity to breathe and do everything, I'm going in the studio with a vengeance. And I can surely tell you, we've already got the title of the album worked out, and I'm gonna try to have it done before or by the end of January, or if not before. But it's gonna be a beast. I'm gonna, I had to
Conrad, I don't think so. I don't think so. No.
when we did Black Diamond, when we did Mahogany, so I'm going back to that Angie because that was the one that told it like it was. And so now I see I'm postured in a position where I got to tell it like it is. And that's why I'm telling on Universal and all the people that y'all work with me, y'all know who you are. You've been
She told on them and they was like, okay, you want to talk? Mm-hmm.
now because I've seen the data. That's all I'm going to say.
Wow.
And I hope to God you enjoyed spending every dime you took because you're going to give it back one of these days.
Oh my God.
All right, on that note, he's wishing everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Now, when I get back on here later on today, all I'm doing is allowing you guys to know that the products that I told you we would have for Thanksgiving, we're ready to roll out. So we can actually start sending packages out. I'm going to start bringing some of the merch to my live shows where you can purchase, take a picture with me, that kind of stuff. But now,
She shouldn't have to be working that hard.
so on that note, thank you so much for listening to my testimony and keeping me lifted. I am still here. The devil did not take my life.
Oh my
And God
God.
spared me and
Oh
gave me the
Lord.
extra time I needed to
Oh
get y'all
no.
straight. All right, look for some new horizons for Angie Stone. I'll tell you this one thing. I'm doing.
She said, I'm still here. The devil didn't take my life, only to die a couple months later. Oh my God.
There's a lot of things happening. There's a
Whew.
big movie on the table that because of that blood infection now, I know that I can pull it off because God is taking that away from me. So I'm just telling you guys that everything happens for a reason.
Oh my God.
Sometimes we can't be somewhere because that's God's strategy. Shout out to Jamie Foxx for his new live comedy. Oh my God. And what was it? And what it was, how it was, what had happened was, and that's my story. He and I are born a day apart. So just like Jamie Foxx, I'm here to tell you what had happened was. Okay? Shout out to Jamie and his family for just standing in the gap for him. I'm not the only one, and neither is he. Y'all be blessed until the next session. Peace and blessings. Like I said, if I don't answer your questions here, I'll go in the backlog and I'll respond. I'll try to reply in the next hour. This is Miss Tiff's Unlimited LLC. I love you more. Thank you so much. Okay? All right, so on that note, y'all, I'm out the door. I'll talk to you shortly, okay? Thank you.
Y'all, now that is crazy. That's crazy that she said, the devil didn't take me, the devil didn't take my life. And then 2 months later, you gone? If that ain't like some spiritual warfare or something weird. Lulu said, hold on, Lulu, let me go. Lulu said, just like Jamie Foxx, didn't Diddy poison him? Jamie was making a joke about that. in terms of did he really do it, we don't know, because backtracked and said, oh, he was just kidding. So I don't know, but it sounded like somebody did something to him. Yeah, and so anti-ableism says she should have been happily retired. Absolutely. Like, nobody at her age wants to be just okay. So Mary J. Blige, they have a video of her still performing, and you could see like she has her thigh-high boots on and everything, and people are laughing about it, but she's kind of humped over, and it looks like her feet hurt. And I don't know how much money these people have, but what I do know, like, oh, so when I looked up Angie Stone, it said that her net worth as of death was like $3 million. Of course, her net worth is going to go up now because her music is going to go up, and maybe her estate will get more money, and hopefully it'll go to her kids. But as these singers get older, like, they should not have to tour like that. And Conrad, you had made a comment. You said if she wanted to retire, why would she want to be doing an album? Well, some of the older, or more, let me not say older, but the mature artists, like, they might want to do an album, but not necessarily want to be on the road. Like Shaka Khan still does tours. She's gonna, and I wish I could see her. I love Shaka Khan. That was one of my favorites growing up. Shaka Khan, child. I thought I was a mini Shaka. But Shaka is like gonna be over in Spain, and she's still doing tours and stuff. And she's, I think, in her 70s or late 60s. But it's like they don't. I think Shaka is at the point where she does it, whatever. I don't know what her financial situation is, but I think like if they make an album, they make the music, but they don't necessarily want to have to be hobbling all around the world to promote it. You know what I'm saying? Making a studio album and getting on the road and being up and down, like, that's different. I think it's different. Anti-ableism said the attorneys are for them. Yeah, the attorney. That's why you are always supposed to get your own. And those of you who are, who know my channel, I used to be a litigation secretary, so I always talk about I work with attorneys, and attorneys don't give a ish about you. Period. I mean, that's why I hated doing it. I did it for like 8 years until I could get out of it. They treat you like ish. They're egomaniacs, and their job is to protect their clients, not you. So when you have a contract, if there's in-house counsel reviewing it, you should always get your own outside counsel. You should. They're not there for you. Just like HR is to protect the company, not the manager harassing you, nor you, but to protect the assets of the bigger, broader company. Um, yeah, make the album, but don't tour. Lulu says they're all struggling while the labels are making a killing. Snoop Dogg, they just had something about Snoop Dogg and the fact that he got a billion streams and he was not getting the money. So I don't know what's going on with that. I just kind of read a little bit of it, but apparently Snoop Dogg was like some kind of deal that he had. He was like, how do you have a billion streams, but you ain't getting millions yourself? Because the money is going to the labels, right? I mean, that's what they do. But it's like some new people here since we first started. So I'm going to go back, and I want you guys to weigh in on this. Can we get the likes up too? Let's get the likes up. I want you guys, because Comrade, I don't think you were here, and Lulu, you weren't here either. What do y'all think about this? This kind of pissed me off, y'all. What we got to talk about this. Did y'all see what Al B. Sure posted on the exact day that she died? We talked about this earlier. Anti-ableism. She saw it, so she already knows. But I want y'all to weigh in on this. Al B. Sure had the audacity to post their private text messages in which he relays information about her having a transplant, or that she was on some kind of a transplant list, and the fact that she was sick. Like, why would he even do that? So many people are pissed about this. If he wanted to memorialize her or to share some sweet special moments, this wasn't it. So y'all, this is what Al B. Sure posted, which is so tacky. So many people thought it was so wrong. So Al B. Sure says, I can't really gather my own thoughts at the moment to say anything close to describing the profoundly brave and amazing woman my sister, the Angie Stone, was. So I'll just let Angie say it to you all in our last text to each other. This is not saying who she was to us. This is what she was talking to you. Like, this is not about her. So this is Angie to him. Hey, hun, it's Angie Stone reaching out. Please give me a call ASAP. A lot of stuff happening regarding this transplant situation. I have 2 possible donors, but they are discriminating against blacks. Now it's been 5 years. Al B. Sure responds, hey there, Queen. Great to hear from you. I'm on the plane and will touch base with you as soon as I touch down. Stat. Angie says, okay, King, I wanted to let you know that I have 2 donors, positive family members, and are trying to get some clearance on getting the transplant done because they're discriminating against blacks of a certain age. I'm leery to deal with the hospital system here, so I was reaching out to you to see if there's something or someone you can suggest to help me get this done. It's been 5 years now. I'm well overdue. Blood work is excellent, and I'm just waiting now. Call me when you get a moment to chop it up with me. I've been praying hard for you. Now, this is another part where this ish gets crazy. Y'all hit the like button. Please hit the like button. If he was even trying to share this, he could have left this next part out. I didn't realize how much craziness you had actually gone through, and it's so unfortunate. Know that I'm praying for you. Uh, know that know that I'm praying for you and supporting you on everything that you got going on. I pray that your son Quincy and yourself lock horn again, and he walks away from that whole ratchet situation. I mean, she's passed. Like, we don't want to hear her supporting you and on that bull issue you got going on with Diddy and Kim Porter and Quincy. No, this is supposed to be a moment about her. As the whole world know, he deserves to be with his biological father at this time. This was so tacky. I know that Kim is resting in paradise. She is born a couple of days before me, so I know her spirit well. I know how she rolled, and I can assure you that she's been the one assisting you from the other side. Be blessed and know that I'm here for you no matter what. Peace and blessings. Al wrote, hey there, Queen. Called you back. I'm on the ground. Good until 5 p.m. CST. Will be available for you later, of course. Let's go, love you. Let's go, love you, and I'm on deck for you, Queen. Angie goes, love you too. Thank you, babe. I'm sitting in dialysis right now. Okay, so I guess people. Now I'm just now seeing this, you guys. Let's get the likes up. Please hit the like button. So I'm just noticing this. So I guess he responded because so many people were just like outraged. So maybe this is his response. And I didn't read this earlier, so I'm reading this for the first time. FYI, for the very few of those whose panties may be in a bunch and dwell in that messy lower frequency in the height of such devastating loss, and for those who may not comprehend why this personal text message was shared here in our last conversation just a few days prior to this devastating tragedy, my dear beloved friend for 37 years asked that I collaborate with her and arrange a national press conference to share and expose her experiences of racism, ageism in the world of transplantation. As the executive chairman of HEITC, I told her, absolutely, Queen. She said she's been following our Transplant for All advocacy for underserved communities, for equal access to qualified health care in Congress, and wanted to use her powerful voice. Queen then asked King, I know you just got your master's records back. Can you please help me find my unpaid royalties too? I can't seem to get any cooperation or get anyone on the phone with answers to where my money at. I said, Queen, I got you. I understand the frustration. I'm just getting what's owed to you. I'll set up a call with my law firm in the next week or two for any questions that you might have. I'll also reach out to Rachel Nord at Actum LLC to see what we can do to bring both of these atrocities to light combined into one national press release and press conference. Miss Angie was a boss. Even in the midst of her own personal situations, she wanted to stand up 10 toes down for other artists who are owed back royalties. And what's experienced for the past 5 years trying to get this transplant situation moving forward. I told her jokingly, but in a serious manner, Queen, I've got your back and I will go hard in the paint. I'm thinking in the paint for you, sister, until my organs give out naturally this time. She cracked up laughing, such an infectious, compassionate laughter every time we speak. So that was his response. I don't care what he responded at this point. I really don't care because even if he wanted to share that information and about her situation with her transplant and all of those things, not on the day that we find out that she passed. There's a time and place for everything. It looks like he took this as an opportunity to be self-indulgent, to toot his own horn, to show us allegedly how close they were. Like, it was just inappropriate, bad timing. And then to share the text messages again, why? There was like, this could have been done in a different manner. I don't know. Let me see what y'all are saying. How can you say it jokingly and seriously? Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, she was supposed to be doing some films and some new music, so a lot of projects. Like, I don't know why he thought that this was appropriate at this time when I don't even know how much her family knew about this. Not to say that they weren't aware of her, medical situation, but to put all of this in front of everybody at this time was just crazy. Like, we want to celebrate her. The whole thing about the transplant, the money and stuff, that's, people are going to talk about that. But on the day that she passed, it was just like in poor taste to a lot of people. So I think that's why he clearly circled back and trying to apologize. Well, he's not even apologizing. Lulu says narcissist love centering. Exactly. Like, this all circles back to him. This wasn't a celebratory text about her life or some, positive, funny things that they shared, some endearing things. This was tragedy. This was, oh, I'm ill and I needed a transplant and racism. And this is not like we understand, we want to support, but people want to grieve her, and that is not grieving her. He threw in some personal things about his relationship with Diddy and Quincy and Kim Port. Like, it fell really inappropriate to a lot of people. A lot of people could not believe that he did that. I saw some people actually saying that he should take it down, which I guess clearly he didn't.
You and your husband and your child go out on yourself.
Clearly he didn't take it down. But anyway, so we gone through the Angie Stone, may she rest in peace. Condolences to her family, to her children. She has a son and a daughter. I believe probably grandchildren. I know it's going to be a beautiful funeral, so we'll stay on top of that and see what happens. But now we just gonna wind down because tomorrow's a busy work day for everybody. I know y'all want to kind of end this on some positive stuff. Rest in peace, Angie. And let's just turn to the gram where it's a lot of drama, y'all. Let's get into some of the stuff that was happening just for a couple chuckles. Well, this first one is not a chuckle. This one is kind of crazy. I am in California. It's only 9:42. It's still relatively early. Where are you, Conrad? Where are you located? Okay, you guys. So this is on Instagram. Oh wow. You know what, Conrad? I used to want to go to India when I was younger. I've always wanted to go to India. My job, we celebrate Diwali, and I have some Indian friends. The Indian women are so wonderful. I'm in the tech field, so yeah, that's crazy. You're in India. Welcome. 11:15. I actually work with people in Bangalore, so that's crazy. So you guys, let's look at this.
Okay. The sailboat to get struck is sinking. Yeah. Who are you going to save? The child?
So, so this is
Your husband?
Look, I would.
okay. Well, sorry, you guys. Hold on. Oops, I done screwed this
Hi,
up.
Heather. Yeah.
Let me try to get back. Okay, so basically, this right here was a story of a woman. They asked this lady if
you're married with a
if you're-
child.
Yes.
You and your husband and your child
here we
go out
go.
on your sailboat.
Okay.
The sailboat to get struck is sinking.
Yeah.
Who are you going to save? The child or your husband?
Look, I would choose my child's father because we can make more children. This is an impossible choice. You also have to understand that my hierarchy in my life.
I agree.
God, my man,
husband,
my children,
and everything else.
And also, I just want to emphasize spouse.
Your baby and your man is in the water.
Yeah.
Your baby look like a baby. Your man look like a grown man. I'm saving my baby. Like, I love my wife, but like I just feel like.
What if she's incapacitated? What if she's knocked out?
I feel like she would be mad at me if I saved her.
She would, but she would get over it because now you a single daddy.
As a man, I can't even like go back and be like, oh yeah, I saved my wife, I let the baby die. Who am I gonna go tell that story to?
Everybody.
Like, that sounds crazy.
Let me tell you this. This is why having an integrity point and barometer with self is so important. Because if somebody said to me, you let your kids die and you saved your husband, absolutely. Now, it's not to say that I wouldn't grieve, that I wouldn't be sad. I'd probably ask myself, did I make the right choice? Oh my God, are we ever going to have children again? You know, I'm getting up there in age. Having kids is hard. All of these things are real things. But I'm telling you right now, I don't care what anybody has to say about any decision that I made because I did it and I meant it.
Reverse situation. Your
Yes.
husband,
Yes.
you love so much.
Yes.
On that boat, and you and the baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you want him to do?
I would want him to save the child, but I would understand why he chose me.
You would be happy with him after he chose you, not the child?
This is such a challenging choice. But ultimately, my husband, I so recklessly trust my husband that in that moment, that's what made sense to him.
You can't.
And I might be mad. I'm already geriatric. We might never be able to have kids again. And the grieving would be crazy for sure. But if he chose me over our children, there's a reason why. God's not done with me yet. People love the word until it's inconvenient, until there's judgment and bias around it. But when you think biblically, husband and wife should submit unto each other. You come first. You are the home front. You are the union. After God comes my husband. If I got to choose between my parents, whom I love, my mom is my very best friend, and my husband, I'm choosing my husband. And this is the problem. People are confusing marriage with being husband and wife. Those are two very different things.
Say that one more time.
Husband or wife means I am committed to this. I am submitted to the mission. I got you no matter what, under the eyes of God, through sickness and health, through all of the things that may come. That is my husband. Not I got married. Most people are just married, but they'll never experience what it means to be husband or wife. They're weak and they quit and they give up and they say, oh, well, it's just easier if I get divorced. So for me, when I have not a husband, but I have my husband, my God-sent husband, the husband that I have been waiting and praying for. When that is my guy and I make a commitment under God, he's first. I no longer belong to my father. I belong to my husband.
Oh, scenario. You're married with a child.
Yes.
So you guys are funny. Okay. Let's see. Let me go back. Lulu said, who is this bird? Girl, I don't know. I just saw Dr. Sarah because it was trending online, right? So many people was talking about this. Conrad says, I bet the husband would save the baby. So you guys, I agree with you. Can y'all get the likes up too? So I was like, what? I mean, I get that your husband, but an innocent child? Like, I mean, I was, I couldn't believe she said that. I think most women, and Lulu says, imagine hearing your mother saying, right, like that's crazy. A grown adult person who's probably lived quite a few years, but you would just let the baby just suffer or like, that's so crazy. People were giving her the business for this one. Most people couldn't even understand that. Conrad said, that's when you know you're a disappointment. Okay. Like this was weird. Most people were saying, what? Even guys were saying, ma'am, what kind of, the guy in the background, could you guys hear the guy in the background? He was like, I wouldn't, like he was questioning her, like, how do you think your husband would feel if you did something like that? Like even most men would be thinking that's weird, right? Like for me, I mean, if my husband and we had a child, I think both of our focus would be saving the baby. Unfortunately, as the adult, like, okay, you know, it's a hard choice, but you grown. Let me take care of this child who has a whole life. This lady, and she's a doctor. People were saying, What kind of a doctor is she? Let me tell you, I hope she's not a medical doctor. Lulu says she should be in the dictionary. Baby, okay, pygmisha. Conrad, if you're from India, you may not know what a pygmisha is. A pygmisha is the type of woman, she's all for men. She has no self-esteem. She's a pick me. That's what we call pygmishas over here in the United States. She needs a doc. Exactly. That was so weird. So y'all, that was something that was trending. Let me see. I have found some other ones. Oh, on Conrad, I don't know if you're familiar with all of the drama here in the states, all of the different things, but we have these a doctor with a mental illness and a pygmesia. All of the things, this is one of our sites where we go on to see all of the trending topics. So let's see what's going on today, because it's always crazy over here. Oh, so this was a couple apparently. This is another one. These are just like things that are trending.
Don't ringing vows set in place. This is bigger than a moment. Yeah, it's just
People are taking this not like us too far, y'all. That's these people, that's at a wedding interest. What do y'all think about that? Going into your wedding like that. I didn't know there was so much drama. Oh, Conrad, this is the United States of America, baby. It's a whole lot of drama. Anti-ableism says, I'll admit this. This was supposed to be private. Yeah, people are asking him to take it down, but he's not. People are getting crazy. Yeah. Lulu says absolutely not. I know, it's like things are just like so not oh wait, let's see this. I heard about this one. Let me go back. Let me go back here.
Scabbed over. Ashley Armstrong already had a lecture with her 11-year-old son, Jordan. Scabs from tattoos are now seen down his arm reading, I heart my Lord, plus initials tattooed on his hands.
He got punishment for it. He got punished for it. He knows better. He shouldn't have done it in the first place.
Now the Greenville mother wants answers.
These kids are getting these tattoos in class, and not one teacher noticed it.
Armstrong received a call from the school nurse at Travis Intermediate Tuesday. She was told to get lab work done immediately on her 6th grade son. Thursday, Greenville ISD confirmed the in-school tattooing of students. A statement posted to social media read, teachers assigned to the classrooms where the incident allegedly occurred have been suspended pending the outcome of an investigation. Going on to say students gave each other tattoos using temporary ink and the same needle. Greenville ISD is working with law enforcement to identify all students involved. The district didn't say how many students were tattooed or how the tattoo needle got into the school. Armstrong's son told her a boy in class approached him and the tattoo was done in the classroom with a teacher in the room.
The needle was shared several times from one class to another class to another class. It's with the needle, so I don't care if it's temporary ink or not.
But Armstrong is still unsure what is under her son's skin, hoping the scabs don't scar. Test results came back negative for any diseases, but the 11-year-old is due back to the doctor next week as a precaution.
This could affect him. Seriously affect him. Yeah, I'm not letting up on none of that. So
yeah, so that's crazy, you guys. Conrad, you said, what has America come to? America is crazy. It's, you know what? Well, the next 4 years are going to be very, very crazy. Now we got a new president, but that's a whole nother story. But y'all, isn't this crazy? The kids are in school. What are the teachers there doing? They're not supervising. And y'all know how dangerous that is? Using the same needle, multiple kids transferring blood. So now the parents have to go get these kids tested because they don't know what kind of ink is under their skin. Y'all know that when they do the tattooing, even at the tattoo shops, that people were getting, they were having liver failure or getting hepatitis. I'm sorry, I'm not a clinician, so I don't want to say what kind of hepatitis, but that was something that they were warning people about, using dirty, infected needles. Like they're exactly. Like you don't know what other children have. These are kids. They're not sterilizing them. They don't know what kind of ink is under the skin. That's scary. What are thank you, Lulu. Staph infections. Oh my God, let me tell y'all, I would have passed the uck out. Okay. Listen, I'm the helicopter parent. I am the overprotective parent. I am the hypochondriac parent. I am the blah 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 that parent. And this right here, needles and ink under the skin. You don't know what kind of ink that is. That's just like those girls with all of the BBLs and injecting all of that crazy stuff in their body. You don't know. So anyway, it says, neighbors, get into this. Authorities are investigating a shocking incident at Travis Intermediate School in Greenville ISD, northeast of Dallas, where students reportedly gave each other tattoos inside a classroom. The district has since suspended multiple teachers, as well they should, because what the hell are you doing in the class? As officials work to determine how this occurred unnoticed. Look at that little guy's arm. That might be a scar for life. Ashley Armstrong, a concerned parent, discovered that her 11-year-old son, Jordan, was among the students who received a tattoo. Scabs now cover his arms where it says, I love my Lord. That's even crazy right there. Like religious tattoos. Seriously. And JC, or I guess Jesus Christ, were inked into his skin. Armstrong, who has since disciplined her son, remains frustrated and seeks accountability. How is it that these kids are getting tattoos in class and not one teacher noticed it? Armstrong learned of the incident when the school nurse called her on Tuesday, urging her to have Jordan undergo immediate medical testing. Man, that's scary. She later discovered that the same needle, oh my God, had been used on multiple students, raising serious health concerns. Greenville ISD confirmed the incident, stating, teachers assigned to the classroom where the incident allegedly occurred have been suspended. The district also acknowledged that students used a shared needle and temporary ink for the tattoos. Lord have mercy. I wonder if the parents could sue the kid who brought it. Greensville is now collaborating with law enforcement to identify all students involved. Armstrong's son recalled a classmate approached him and performed the tattoo while a teacher was present in the room. Shaking my head. The needle was shared several times from one class to another, Armstrong said. I don't care if it's temporary or not, it's a needle. Fortunately, Jordan's initial test results were negative. Oh, that's good, for any infections, but he is scheduled for further medical evaluations as a precaution. Armstrong remains concerned about long-term effects and is determined to ensure proper action is taken. More than a dozen other parents have since contacted Armstrong, reporting that their children were also tattooed at school. That this is just crazy. Like, I don't even know what these kids are, what's going on. Conrad said, are the teachers blind? You know what? Some of these teachers just go there and they don't care. They are the ones who are supposed to. Who are you telling? We have a serious problem with our teachers in this country. We do. These teachers, I don't know. Let's see what else is going on up here. Oh, this is a good one. I know you guys heard about how the whole situation with Trump and the French president went, right? But this is a remake from this is on Saturday Night Live.
But frankly, you don't have the cards, okay? I have the cards, all right? I have skip, I have draw four, I have...
Oh, you know what? I probably can't play it because it's Saturday Night Live, so let me get off of that one. But anyway, that whole incident with Trump and that president, it was terrible. Let's see. Some of these people. Oh, okay. This is an interesting one. Trump says he wants the drug penalty for drug dealers. It's very humane. Every drug dealer on average unalives at least 500 people. So he wants the death penalty for drug dealers, which to me is crazy. Why not get the death penalty for people who mess with little children, pedo stuff, y'all know what I mean, or people who grape women or men and stuff like that. But it, like, drugs is terrible, it's horrible. But what about these people who are molesting kids? Like, come on, Trump, let's deal with it.
Or actually, there are quite a few, many in Asia, where they have the death penalty. There's no drug problem whatsoever. They come to our country because we have a much softer policy. We give them a slap on the wrist and say, kill a lot of people.
Conrad, those are figures that Trump is making up.
I don't know if our country is ready for it. I am ready for it. The death penalty if you deal drugs, you have to set out guidelines like fairly large numbers, etc. But you'll have it go down very greatly. If you notice that every country that has the death penalty has no drug problem, they execute drug dealers. And when you think about it, it's
I don't believe that. I believe every country they have drugs. I have not heard of any place in this world that does not have some population of drug abusers and drug users.
Singapore. Actually, there are quite a few, many in Asia, where they have the death penalty. There's no drug problem whatsoever. They come to our country because we have a much softer policy. We give them a slap on the wrist and say, kill a lot of people. So we're going to, I don't know if our country is ready for it. I am ready for it. The death penalty if you deal drugs, you have to set out guidelines like fairly large numbers.
Conrad, you're saying Madrid that they don't have, are you saying in Madrid they don't have a drug problem? Because I've never heard that before. They have every place has a population of drug abuse. Let's see. Oh, you guys. Let me play this.
If the nigga ain't demonstrating for hustle, this is what I'm telling you. Don't come over here. Don't come over here trying to hey, guess what? Don't do something and come back. Don't get cracking and come back. That's what I said, bro. All that internet shit does on we're not being involved. It ain't hollering at me. A nigga disrespect, bro. You do what you supposed to. Who disrespect, bro, to me? Don't nobody disrespect, bro. Any nigga that disrespect, bro, you in that prison, you better smack. In that prison, ain't nobody disrespected, bro, in my prison. I'm talking on the internet. When you see that internet shit is weak, bro. When you see it, you know when my horn. When you see it, get back. I can't tell. You know what's happening. I can't tell, nigga. You know what's happening. I can't tell. Go having a black fan. I can't tell. I can't tell. Go having a black fan. You ain't with me.
So now this was supposed to be the kickoff event for Nipsey Hussle, who was unalived. He was a rapper, and his brother Black Sam. You said they were academic stream crashing about this video. Yeah, this is crazy because so they launched the Marathon Burger, which I'm in California. So at one point I would love to go down there and just try it, just because I always wanted to go to. I got a shirt from the Marathon after Nipsey passed. I did order a t-shirt for one of my friends, and I just want to go. But I feel like, in honor of Nipsey Hussle and the fact that he was unalived and all of this, when you, like, the first day you're opening up this restaurant, y'all can y'all take this somewhere else? Like, let's make this honor him. Lulu says it sounded like a clubhouse room. This was crazy. Like, y'all, this is the first presentation of this business, the Marathon Burger, and y'all up here acting like fools. Like, just no, is there ever any boundaries or any place where it's like, okay, not today, maybe tomorrow, but not today. Just like we telling Albie Short, not today, right?
Go do something and come back. Don't keep cracking and come back. That's what I said, bro.
And these are mature men, like over 30, almost 40. Like, come on, guys.
You do what you supposed to. Disrespect bro to me. Don't nobody disrespect bro. Any nigga that.
Oh, okay. Okay, Lulu. So Lulu's giving us some tea. So Lulu, illicit tape of Nipsey, like what? Because Whack 100 allegedly says there's a tape of Nipsey with a man, okay? So is that the kind of tape you talking about?
You ain't with us. You ain't with us. Come on. You tripping, you gotta go, bro. Come on. Hey, listen, bro.
But Lulu, come on. Lulu says, I don't know why he showed up to the event. Because everybody got a FOMO, fear of missing out. People want to, even if because listen, Lulu, check this out like this. Listen, you know how people hate watch your Instagram page or your YouTube channel, like people who hate you, they talk behind your back, talk ish, but they can't help not seeing what you're doing, right? You're haters. So this guy right here, see, I don't know the full story. You probably know more about it than I do, because I just thought it was like some kind of gang type of related, and he showed up and Black Sam was like, you disrespected my brother. I didn't know for what, but it's like, you said, why did he show up? Hell, because he knew everybody else was going to be there. He was like, I can't miss out. Exactly. Jealousy. Everyone liked the tea. So it's like, he's like, hell, I know I don't like you and I ain't supposed to be here, but I want to be up in the mix. That's why. Lulu says, wait, hold on, Lulu. This TV going off the man. This thing. They live on my social girl. You have more haters on your page than people that allegedly support you. I ain't gonna lie, because they be waiting to see your downfall. Man, I have one hater at the job. When I tell you this chick, oh my God, like she invite me out to lunch, and people told me behind my back, like she don't like you, but she stay in my face. It's like, why do you I know you don't like me. Anytime I get in trouble at work or something fails, you're excited, you're happy. Why do you pretend? I mean, of course, I don't let on to her that I know what's going on, because I play her with a long handled spoon. But it's like, yeah, your haters, they stay watching what you do. Conrad says the haters go. Conrad, you not in India, child. Not talking like that. That's a very American term. The haters gonna hate. Oh my God. Lulu says that's how they be though. I know. Just like we got some haters on here now. It's 11 of us in here. It's me, Lulu, anti-ableist, and Conrad. But we got some other folks that's in the bushes, can't even hit the like button. Okay? I mean, as far as I'm concerned, them is the haters. Y'all here, but you ain't gonna hit the like, hit the thumbs down. I don't give a damn, but do something. But y'all, I'm just playing. Okay, so Lulu says chess, not checkers. But yeah, that's crazy. Like, okay, so it just says Black Sam kicked Rockstar 2800 out of the Marathon Burger for not stepping behind his late brother Nipsey Hussle. So you're saying it's behind the tape. I would like to know more about it, because I don't know. Like, what about the tape? Like, is it the new tape? What's going on? Oh, okay, y'all. So I don't know if you guys saw this one about, one of the haters hit the no, y'all, I got excited. I thought one of the haters hit the like button. They didn't. They still hating. Oh, now this is a good one, you guys. This one is crazy. Let me see if it's got the sound. I don't think it has sound. But this one right here, can you guys see it? So this one is about this young man who was pledging. So it says social media users and D9 organization members, if they haters, then why are they even here? Because they just have nothing else to do tonight, because tomorrow's a work day and they bored. They just want to talk some ish about somebody. I don't know. So it says Debate over the backlash towards Greek life after 20-year-old Caleb Wilson passed away. Lulu says he allegedly sold that tape. Oh, was talking about he tried what? So then the tape must exist. Lulu, hold on. Let me see what you said, girl. What you say? He allegedly sold that tape. Wack was talking about. He tried extorting Sam Santa. But I mean, so then that means the tape is real. Oh, okay. Oh Lord. Okay. Um, so it says 20-year-old Caleb Wilson passed away after participating in alleged off-campus fraternity ritual. Now, I don't know if you guys anybody in a sorority or fraternity. I'm in a sorority. One of the things that they that is against pledging or anything is hazing. So I don't know what happened here. Most colleges, they steer away from it. I mean, I know they could do a little bit of hazing, but nothing that should be detrimental or nothing that's supposed to harm you. So it says it is saying Neighbors, the story of 20-year-old Southern University student Caleb Wilson losing his life after an off-campus ritual, oh man, has sparked a bigger conversation over on X. Authorities continue to investigate Wilson's death. What we do know is that he was rushed to a hospital after pledges had to stand in line during the ritual for Omega Psi Phi. Since users have called out the culture of hazing and rituals for participation in Greek life, what's going to happen is they're going to get it to the point where they don't even have these on the campuses. The backlash has been followed with D9 members defending the fraternities and stating that participating in illegal hazing is a choice. Wow. See, I mean, this gets to be controversial because if they don't do it and they're trying to pledge, then they may not make it. And some people want it so bad that they're willing to do whatever. To be clear, Omega Psi Phi has put out a statement saying they're in full support of the authorities' investigation and are willing to assist. And in my opinion, this whole line, anybody who participated, they should be kicked out of the fraternity. They should be removed, period. Anybody who participated and allowed it and withstood it, this whole it should just be scrapped. That's my opinion. It says, let's see. So this is just, there's a chat about, people talking about it. Everybody got an opinion about S they don't know about. Then when Greek folks speak up, we made out to be an issue. Hazing is bad, but everything is voluntary. I don't think that's the right attitude with this young man speaking here. You can absolutely not go to the hazing route and still join. Yeah, right. I hate when people who aren't Greek speak on Greek issues. It's okay to sit this topic out. And no, everybody has a right to step in and have an opinion, period. I mean, if somebody is losing their life, it's against the law, and that's a problem. I hate when people who are not, okay, so they keep saying the same thing. I don't agree with that. But yeah, that's terrible because, yeah, Lulu says respectfully, hey, I respect it. Everybody has a right, I don't do rituals, and it's in my opinion. And Conrad said, but rituals are not good. So I am a member of a sorority. I don't really talk about which one because just not supposed to really be doing all of that. Um, but there's so many other rituals. Being a part of a sorority is very similar to I grew up Catholic, and that whole process of going to Catholic school and how we lived in Catholic throughout, from elementary all the way up through high school was constantly rituals. Just a different, they were religious rituals, but a lot of what we do are rituals though. But I respect people who, say, oh, it's ritualistic and all of these things. But when you guys say rituals are not good, I think it depends on what specifically we're saying and what we're talking about. Because if you are part of a church, well, being Catholic, it's rituals. Conrad says an opinion can't be wrong, but they can offend someone else. Yeah, I mean, I try not to get offended by other people because it's like I think you should have an open dialogue. Like I don't like you say you're from India. I don't know your culture, so I respect there are things that you're gonna do different than what we do here, and it might seem strange to me, but I have to respect the fact that it's the way you were, you know, cultured in the way you were raised. So I'm just kind of open about people and their experiences. I mean, I'm on here. See, Lulu says she respects religious rituals. Some people don't respect religious rituals. But from my point, when I talk about the religious rituals, when I went through pledging, it wasn't much different. You know what I'm saying? Like the things that we did when we pledged versus the things that I grew up in the Catholic were far more darker in terms of, you know, like going to Catholic school and the way they indoctrinate you with all this sin. It was far more dark than me being an adult participating in, you know, pledging for sorority, you know, but growing up under Catholicism was way more deviant, in my opinion, and ritualistic. Like, I'm Catholic and I also went to Catholic school. Yeah, I'm just giving you my perspective. Like everybody's experience is going to be different, but there were some elements that I'm kind of like, oh, okay, this is crazy. But growing up, like maybe some years ago, my family, we went to Italy and we went to the Vatican. And if you go in there in the mummified bodies of the priests and all of this stuff in these caves and and all of the things about Catholicism and the ruins and these it's like that was way more ritualistic, and the popes and all of the things that they have, the tombs, exactly, the tombs and all of this stuff. And you know, and if you go down here, like certain things you say, just stuff in the walls and mummified bodies in the wall, like some stuff I didn't even go. My mom went. I was like, I'm not going down there. I'm not doing that. It was way more spiritually. There's so much spiritualism, and they talk so much about demons and these books and all of these levels of it's just a lot. I can't even articulate it at this time of night. Like it's a lot. I mean, Conrad, you probably know, you said you hate that, so you know how indoctrinated we are with the missalettes and all of these crosses you have to make, stand, kneel, da da da. No, it's fine. No, I mean, expressing you're not, listen, on this channel, unless you're just like acting a fool, you know, saying it's okay for self-expression. It's okay to disagree. It's okay to debate. We do it respectfully. You know, like Lulu says, she was saying something about she respects religious, you know, rituals, but probably not like the sororities. That's okay, you know. And yeah, it's all good. We're adults. I mean, it's okay. I don't think you're trying to offend anyone. Like if you say something mean spirited, like say, "Girl, you ugly," now that would be mean. That's offensive because I'd be like, no, I think I'm kind of attractive. You don't have to say that. Like, and I'm just kidding, but I'm just saying you're not attacking somebody personally, so it's okay. I think we all have to kind of understand people are different. We grow up with different value systems, and you really just have to just accept it. Like, I did a video the other day, and so we were talking about Diddy and this whole new thing about our religious rituals aren't. I had no idea our religious rituals aren't dark. In Catholicism, and for me, to me, like, just let me give you an example. I went to Catholic school starting in the first grade, and I had, like, I'm gonna say up until high school, I had a very weird fear of the devil. Like it just to the point, um, it just really crazy. And it started from because in our teaching, if you go to the school, religion is part of our daily indoctrination. So great schools, I got a great education, but every day we're talking about religion. We're reading about the devil. We're reading about sin. We're reading about how we will be condemned. And so for me, like, I didn't want my daughter to go to Catholic school, because I was like, I don't want her to, this whole Catholic guilt and all the stuff that they talk about is very dark. When you talk about a first grader talking about sin and the devil, you look thinking about the devil as a pitchfork and coming to get you and, something like that, right? It's just, you're too young to really comprehend and understand. And when you're listening to it every single day, if you do this, that's a sin, you're going to be punished. It's brainwashing. It's brainwashing. Um, Now, if they could have taken out the sin part or maybe not have such a main focus, and I actually had nuns. Conrad, what about you? I don't know if did you have nuns when you were in school? Because we actually had nuns and they had the habits. And so, of course, as a kid, we can see the rest of society dressed in regular clothes versus these people wearing these garments like costumes. It was weird. Oh, it just, so to me, it was just like, I didn't want my kid to go. My daughter she did end up going to Catholic school. Like, I had her in private school at first, and then I switched her over to Catholic school, like second or third grade. But by the time my kid was in Catholic school, it was more traditional, and the religion was not, I think they did a daily prayer or something like that, a morning prayer, but it wasn't as focused on religion. And actually, by the time I was in high school, in our Catholic school, we had a huge Jewish population. So, the religion was, I think it was a more smaller portion of the teaching. But my early elementary, oh my God, yeah, it's a lot. It was a lot. Conrad says nuns are always finding faults in you. Some man, they are. I remember the nuns. You know how they used to have to dress and those habits. And we had one sister, Marilyn. I can't remember her last name, but she ended up, and we knew it was wrong. Sister Marilyn used to wear mini skirts. Her skirts was always a little too short, and she ended up leaving and she got married. She became secular or whatever they call it. But yeah, it's crazy. Y'all, we have gotten off topic and I appreciate all of the conversation. You guys are amazing. Thank you for Conrad is laughing. Nuns are always finding fault. But you guys, I hope everybody has a beautiful day tomorrow. I always thought nuns were, ooh, girl, nuns. At some Catholic schools, they could pop you on your knuckles with the rulers. I know the African nuns in African countries, they are, yes, Conrad says some nuns are nice. I would say, well, from my experience, they were very strict. Um, Very, very strict and very much about discipline because remember, everything is about right, wrong, and sin. And they're no nonsense, So, in terms of being nice, I couldn't say they were nice because they were our disciplinarians and they weren't there to be nice to us. But I remember my mom said that one I had gotten in trouble, and the lady said she might need an exorcism. Like that's the kind of BS they would say. You get in trouble for stealing a piece of candy, or maybe it's some candy you're not supposed to have, and you eat it. Yeah, it's just crazy. Like we're kids. But anyway, y'all, yeah, I'm trying to get off, but y'all keep saying so. Kyra says there was one nun who always made me pick up chocolate wrappers, like why me? Oh, picking up, like cleaning up and stuff. Now, Lulu, everybody's Catholic experience may not be the same, but I'm just saying what mine were. And we had a big problem with the priest touching the boys. Now that's another problem. That's another reason why I don't support the Catholicism like I used to. But we see that in the black churches as well. So, But anyway, y'all, have a good day tomorrow. Conrad, come back, come back. I hope you have a good day as well. I think your day has already started. But I will see y'all on, let me turn around. I'm up here saying goodbye. I went to an only girls school. So Oh, Conrad, I thought you were a guy because of the name. My bad. I thought Conrad was a. But I went to a co-ed. Excuse me. We had co-ed Catholic schools, but we also did have the only boy only. Oh, okay, okay. But we had the all girls and the all boys. But I went to co-ed. Yeah, I didn't want to go to the all girls school. Oh, it's your dad's account. Okay, okay. Um, but you guys, Lulu's laughing. So y'all, I have a new tagline. I keep forgetting it, but my point is that after I talk ish about everybody, right? Nice to meet you. Lulu says, "Nice to meet you, Conrad." Yes, Conrad, Miss Conrad. Okay, Mrs. Conrad. Since this is your dad's account. Life is not a one size fits all. So do you, boo? Do you? So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye. Oh, that's the Real House type. That's the Real Housewives tagline. I thought I made that up, Lulu. See, I'm so simple, child. I thought I came up with that. Wow.